All right, good day, everybody. Justin here at Project Par. Just wanted to talk about a couple things. Um, I see pretty much on the daily, but that's the movement, right? And so most people don't really know how much you can move in the box because most of the time they're not rotating when they move. Like their hips might slide out this way, um, or their shoulders, or something like that. But if you put these boxes around you, just on the outside of your feet. So if you go ahead and set up with that, that's how much you can kind of laterally shift, right? So every great player uh, usually has this pelvis shift of about 1 inch, 1.5 inches to the rear as they're extending back towards 9 o'clock. And then, so you can see like this really good push away from the wall or where it started with the left shoulder, the lead shoulder, right? Like a really getting away from this wall, and it's from rotation, not so much of a dip or kind of hanging out and feeling your shoulders rotate underneath. It's kind of a lateral push away from the target. Um, and then as you get to the top, you want this to start to recenter back to where we were, right? So everything's going to kind of move back slightly as we get to the top here. So a little bit late, but there you start to see the shift, right? So before the hands even have moved, I'm back off that wall, right? So like here I am at the top of the swing almost, and all this is pretty lined up on this back wall here. And as we get to the top, this is going to start pressing a little bit more towards this wall. Getting the hips out of the way with my hip hinge and doing all that stuff before the club even really moves, right? So pressure back into the lead side. Now I'm going to start using the ground to rotate even more. Club being delivered, but at this point, I'm back up against this front wall. I've left that back wall, and now I just got to turn and swing as hard as I can. Finish. Nice, good finish. So all that movement, and I never left my two walls. So that's something for everyone to kind of work on. Um, just really feeling lateral. I'll have people in here. So I'll have people in here and they'll come. And so I have these two lines drawn on here right now. Just moving my lead shoulder to that line. But just this like little push and turn gets that shoulder space away from that forward line, right? So trying to push away from the target laterally and shift. And then recenter as I get to the top, right? So it's just a little boom, inertia, recenter, and feel the pressure in the feet so you can spiral and turn. Really feel some inertia in your swing. I like to just kind of step up and down, really feel how that weight transfers, foot back, turn. Again, that same push away from that front target here. My shoulder is good rotation. A lot of people you'll see kind of rotate and they lean back and their shoulder never really leaves this yellow line, so they never get any real rotation. They just kind of get a dip and just kind of get this in their backswing. And some people even get their head involved. All right, so there's no real movement away from that target or lateral shift. So something just to play with. Feel that push into the left trail side and rotate and see how far you can get your shoulder turn away from that lead side there and really start to feel the movement in the golf swing that's allowed. Cheers, thanks for watching.